HG lifestyle. It's a mindset. Make sure you adopt it, baby. What's going on, everybody? Welcome once again to another episode of the HG Lifestyle Show with always, what the fuck? As always, it's your boy, Jon B. I apologize, guys. I'm a little bit all over the place today. We just got back from the Yacht Mastermind a couple days ago, so I'm over here trying to catch up. I just drank a lit energy drink, and I can see why Big Swole's always all talkative when he drinks it. That shit hits hard. Crazy. But anyway, man, first of all, I want to say thank you. Appreciate all the love, all the support that everybody always gives us on the HG Lifestyle Show. It really, truly does mean everything to me. It's pretty cool to see, just the little tight-knit community that we built. I'm on a mission to reach millions and millions of people, like legit. And I know to a lot of people that seems like unrealistic, unbelievable. But that's what I'm trying to do. We haven't got there yet, but the people that we do reach and the community that we have built, it's pretty dope. We all support each other. We want each other to win, and it's just an awesome feeling. But anyway, today I wanted to talk about a topic that it was brought up to me, and the reason I wanted to talk about it is because it's something that I used to not believe in, and it's not that I didn't believe in it. I was just too focused and too gun-holed on, I just got to go hard, right? And it's about setting clear goals. Some people like to write down their goals. I never was one of those, right? I had goals, but they were never really, truly clear. And that is one thing that I was lacking, and I didn't exactly believe in it. Like I was telling you earlier, but again, it wasn't that I didn't believe in it. I just didn't take it so seriously, right? Like, just to give you an example, I was the type that was like, well, I want to be a millionaire. That's it, right? Like, that was my goal. I want to make a shit ton of money, right? That was my goal. I never had a set, clear goal. And then when I started doing it, I realized why it's important, right? Because it's like saying, I want to go to California, right? But where? Do I want to go to Newport? Do I want to go to LA? Right? If I just tell Siri in my map, take me to California, where's it going to take me? Right? What is my real, actual, final destination that I'm trying to get to? Right? And that's why it becomes a lot more important to be pretty damn clear about what your goals are going to be. Right? Because it allows you to understand, okay, if this is what I'm trying to do, exactly this, right? And this is where I'm starting from, then what the fuck is the roadmap I got to take to get there? But most people have no fucking clue what they want, right? I dare you, go ask somebody, what do you want? Most people don't know. They're not clear, right? They just say, well, I want to make more money, right? But what does that look like to you? Right? Like, literally feel that shit, visualize that shit, right? Like, I'm talking about like 100% super fucking clear. How much more money, right? What does the house look like that you live in? What kind of car are you driving, right? What type of Christmas gifts are you getting for the kids, right? Like, all those things, like, you got to really, truly fucking see it. Right. And I was never one of those. That's what's crazy is now I'm over here preaching it because it works in multiple ways. Not only does it work because you know what your destination is, right? So now you know what you got to do to get there. But it also works in a way of attracting that shit, right? To really, truly understand it, right? Like, how much money is in your bank account when you reach that level? Right? When you reach a level that you consider successful, how much dough you got set aside? Are you investing some of that money? What's your cash flow from those investments that you've made, right? Or plan on making, right? Are you living in a 6,000 square foot house or a 10,000 square foot house? Right? Like, so many details. Like, you want to get as detailed as possible. Like, I mean, super clear on it. Okay, because again, what it's doing is you're setting yourself up to know what it's going to take to get there, number one. Number two, but you're also putting it out to the universe, right? You're speaking it into existence. And I know a lot of you have heard me talk about that shit, and some people don't believe in it. But if you've never tried it, how can you knock it, right? I'm telling you right now that nowadays, when I'm setting a goal for myself, it's not just, well, I got to make more money, right? It's a specific number that I want to hit revenue-wise. right? And then it allows me to figure out, okay, but if I want to hit that number, what type of volume do I need to do on a monthly basis to make sure that I hit it, right? And to hit that volume on a monthly basis, what do I need to do every week, right? How many phone calls is it going to take? What's my marketing budget going to have to look like, right? How many closers do I need? How many affiliates am I going to need to hit that number, right? Like those are all things that I never thought about, right? And most people that you ask the question, hey, what are some of your goals? What do you want to accomplish? Most people do not fucking know. It's always the same answer. Well, I want to make more money, right? What does that look like though? How much more money, right? Because if you made 50,000 last year and you make 50,001, right? That's $1 more. You made more money. Does that mean you hit your fucking goal? Makes sense? Like what the fuck is $1 extra gonna do for you, right? But hey, at least you hit your goal. You wanted to make more money. You made more money. Not a whole lot, but you made more, right? So this is what I mean by getting a lot more clear with it. Right? Like just to give you an example, right? Like I started writing down some of the goals that I have today for the body shop and the dealership because I have a big meeting tomorrow with Big Swole and with Marico to go over some of their business plans and some of their vision and their goals. And I'm going to go over mine with them, right? But I have a specific goal, right? How many fucking cars do we want to push on a monthly basis? What does that revenue look like, right? And how are we going to hit that number, right? What type of cars do we need to be buying? Like everything that we're looking at, right? With the Salvaje coaching program, right? I just got done talking to the big homie Brandon. Saludo al pinche Brandon, ¿Cómo andas, cabrón? We're going over how are we going to start pushing the Salvaje program, right? Because I have a goal. I have a vision that Salvaje is going to be known everywhere. Everybody's going to know what Salvaje is, right? So we're trying to make the program that people buy into so much more enticing, right? We want to make it almost like you'd be a fucking idiot not to invest into yourself and join the Salvaje community, right? So we're going over all those clear goals. How many clients per month do I need to bring in, right? How much content do those clients need to put out, right? Like it's just getting so specific and getting so clear on what it is that you're going after and what it is that you want is important. Now, I'm not saying you got to write down your goals every day because I don't do that shit either, right? But I do know what I'm going after today, right? And again, it's something that I used to not. And I used to listen to people talk about it and I used to think, what is writing my goals really going to do if I already know and it's up here, right? But a secret, not necessarily a secret, but something that you can do, right, is start asking yourself those questions, right? And start really thinking about it because you'd be surprised, right? I mean, ask yourself right now, do you really, truly know what you want? What does your ideal life look like? How does that motherfucker walk? How does that person talk? How do people view him, right? What type of clothes is that dude rocking? What's on his wrist? What type of whip is he driving, right? All those things that you probably can't answer right now, right off the top of your dome, right? All you know is you want more. All you know is that there's got to be something better, but that's all you do know, right? It's just that. And that's not going to cut it. It's not clear enough, right? You got to be crystal fucking clear on what it is that you want out of life. So start thinking about that. Right? And as you start thinking about it, you're going to realize that I'm right. And you really don't know what you want. Other than, like I said, you want more. Start figuring out exactly what it's going to take to get there too, right? That's another way that it benefits when you start to get super clear on what your goals are, right? And what it is that you want to accomplish. It helps out in a sense that you start to question these questions, right? What is it going to take to get there? Like for real, right? Because it's not just me saying, hey, I want Salvaje to do $10 million next year. Okay, what does that look like really, right? How many closers am I going to need, right? Just everything that I just went over, right? But it allows you to actually be prepared, right? Put a game plan into place on what you got to do to hit that, right? Because if I just started saying, well, I want Salvaje to be super fucking big, I want to make all this money, right? But I don't actually have a number in mind, right? And because I don't have that number in mind, I don't exactly know how many people I'm going to need to hit that number, right? I don't exactly know nothing other than I want to make more money. So, look, I just wanted to make sure that we got on here and we talked about this because it's super important and it's super. And look, I'm not one of those that's going to pretend like I know it all. I don't always know it all, right? And I was one of those that used to never write down my goals. I used to never be clear on what my goals were, right? And exactly what it is that I wanted to accomplish. And now that I think about it a little more, right? I'm a little more conscious of what it is that I got to do to hit those types of goals and hit those types of numbers. And now when I see that we're not doing it, right, then I'm not just wishfully thinking. I'm not just hopeful that we're going to hit 10 million on the Salvaje side. I'm not just hopeful that the dealership's going to do $5 million next year, right? Now I know, hey, based on what we're doing right now, we ain't going to hit it. So we got to do more, right? Based on the amount of leads and traffic that's coming in right now, we're not going to hit that number, right? So now I know, increase my budget, go harder, hire more people, whatever the case may be, right? But because now I'm clear on what those goals are, right? Because I'm clear on what those numbers are that I'm trying to hit, I can see if we're going to get there or not, right? Where most people just wish to make more money, right? They say next year, this year is my year. And that's a topic we're going to talk about next week. So I won't get into it too much. But a lot of people say that shit every single motherfucking year. They say next year is my year. And what the fuck happens? Nothing. January comes around and you're fucking stoked and you're excited, but nothing happens. Next thing you know, it's December and you're still kind of wishing that, I don't know, some fucking success fairy is going to come down from the heavens and fucking put dust on you that's going to make you successful the last week of December. Fuck that. That's not going to work, right? But if you were fucking crystal clear on what your numbers were, what you needed to do to hit it. Like if you knew all these little details, then halfway through February or March, you would have realized I'm not doing enough. I'm not going to hit those numbers, right? And that's how I look at things now, right? Like for example, today is fucking December 18th, right? And based on the number I had set in mind as a goal for this month to finish the year strong, I know that we got to step it the fuck up. As opposed to just wishing that in the last week of the month, we just happen to have some fucking amazing killer fucking week that makes up for it, right? Hell no. That's not a plan. Wishing is not a plan. Hoping is not a fucking plan. I gotta have a plan in place. And if we're not hitting it, right, then because I know what the goal is, I'm able to say, hey, motherfuckers, what did we say? We said we needed 100 dials a day out of each and every single one of you to hit these numbers. We need 5 qualified sets per fucking day, you know, whatever it is, right? But because I'm clear on it, I know it and I see it and I can see if we're going to fall short or not. This is the only way you're going to really hit your fucking goals, right? So if your goal is to get in shape, whatever the fuck your goal is, right? You say you want to lose weight. How much weight? Figure out that number, right? How does your chest look? How much muscle are you trying to put on? What body fat percentage, right? And now, because you know what that looks like, now you can fucking reverse engineer it, so to speak, right? And understand this is the type of exercises I got to do. This is the type of food I got to eat, right? But because you're clear on how much weight. Like if I just say I want to lose weight, well, guess what, motherfucker? You can lose a pound. Is that really what it is? All you said is you wanted to lose weight. Well, guess what? You hit that goal. You lost weight. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if I made sense. I kind of feel like I'm fucking rambling now, man. This fucking lit energy drink is no goddamn joke. You know, it's crazy because it doesn't say how much caffeine it has. And I'm an energy drinker. So for this shit to hit me like this, hell no, this shit's got to be illegal. Fucking, I don't know what's in there, but I can feel it. I feel like I'm talking a lot. I mean, I always talk a lot, but you know what I mean. I feel like I'm rambling on about nothing. I hope it all made sense because it really is what's going to be very, very important to accomplish your goals this coming year, right? Is because I used to be that guy too, right? Where like, what are your goals? Well, I want to make money, right? But how much, right? Or I want to drive Lambos. What type of Lambo, right? Because, I mean, there's Lambos that cost $1 million. There's Lambos that cost a couple $100K. Right? So what type of fucking Lambo do I want to drive, right? What type of watch do I want on my wrist? All those things now, I'm a lot more clear on them. And guess what happens now is I know what I got to do to hit those metrics, hit those numbers, hit those goals, right? And because I was so clear on them, when I do get to accomplish one, it just feels that much better, right? It just feels that much more like, oh, hell yeah, I made it happen. I am the shit. And you know what the best way is to build confidence? Is to start winning. Right? So as you start crossing off these fucking goals that you had, little by little, you're like, oh shit, I'm the shit, baby. I'm making it happen. I'm keeping promises to myself, right? Your confidence starts to grow. And as your confidence grows, you start accomplishing way more, right? And that's literally how it's done, right? Like there's no fucking nothing. It's just that, right? It's doing it one step at a time, being clear on your goals, right? Have specific goals, but don't just have like one big goal. Like, I want to make 100 million, billion, gazillion, trillion. Like fucking Biden said that fucking crazy ass number, right? Like, that's not a goal, motherfucker. Right? Like, be clear on that shit and have a bunch of little goals, because as you start accomplishing these little goals, even if it's something simple as fuck as, hey, I'm going to start waking up fucking 30 minutes earlier every morning, right? As you start hitting those goals, it is impossible to not feel good about yourself. And this, my friends, is how confidence is fucking built, is you start stacking up them wins, baby, right? Because if you start winning, even if it's little wins, what does that make you? It makes you a motherfucking winner. People ask, what does it take to be a winner? Win, motherfucker. That's what it takes to be a winner. Win more often. Have more wins. And then those wins become bigger wins. And before you know it, you're a fucking winner. Right? So anyway, make sure you write down your goals, be super clear on them. And look, I'm not saying like fucking spend hours writing down your goals, like, because then I also know motherfuckers that January comes around and, you know, they spend 6 months figuring out their goals and they never did shit. That shit ain't gonna work either. Right? And then they use the excuse that, oh, well, I got to be super fucking clear on my goals. I mean, come on, man. Right? Like, come on. Right? Be realistic. Let's do this shit, baby. By the time you guys are hear this, this episode will come out right before Christmas. So look, everybody, I want to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas. Okay. But look, I know this time of year can be stressful for a lot of people, and it should not be like that. And that's the point of the HG Lifestyle Show. That's the point of El Show Salvaje, is we want to help people level up, because this time of year, it should be joy. It should be nothing but happiness. But for a lot of people, it's nothing but fucking stress, because it's a motherfucking expensive month, right? It should not be that way. So hopefully, not hopefully, if you take action, you stay committed, next year will be better. But look, whatever it is, have a very Merry Christmas. I hope that you and the family really, truly enjoy it. Spend time with the ones that you love. Spend time with the ones that mean the most to you. And yeah, man, we'll see you next on the next episode. That one we'll talk a little bit about New Year's resolutions, New Year's goals, because a lot of people fuck that shit up too. And the point of this is to help people level up. That's what we're here to do. So let's make shit happen, everybody. Do me a favor, man. Share the show. You know, send it to somebody who you feel needs to hear the message. That's what we're trying to do, man. We're trying to grow the show, but we want to grow it as organic as possible. You know, I get people hit me up all the time like, oh, we can run some marketing for your fucking da-da-da. I don't want to do that. I want to grow it organically. You know, maybe eventually we'll start putting down some ad money, some marketing, promote the show, shit like that. But for now, I want it to be word of mouth. So do me a favor, do me a solid, spread the word, share the show, tag us, whatever, man, you know, comment, whatever. Just help us out a little bit, man. And I promise I'm going to keep showing up for y'all. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep fucking trying to inspire and motivate you guys, because look, at the end of the day, remember, right? I'm not some fucking special individual. I'm not somebody that, you know, the success fairy came down from the heavens and blessed. I'm not that guy, right? I'm just a guy that one day decided, fuck it, what do I got to lose? And I made it happen. And along the journey, I've learned some good shit that can help you guys avoid some of the mistakes that I've made. So that's what it is, baby. Remember, HG Lifestyle represents hustle. It represents grind. It represents grit. It represents willpower and determination to fucking win, right? And it's also a mindset, baby. Make sure you adopt it. We out. HG Lifestyle. It's a mindset. Make sure you adopt it, baby.